Happy Friday.
Finally Friday.
We did make it to Friday. You were wondering if we were going to make it to Friday.
Three-day weekend coming,
Oh, man. We had a little bit of everything this week. A lot of people gearing up for that game tonight. Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us here on KARE 11 News at noon. It's Friday, a holiday weekend. The Timberwolves are doing their thing. A lot of travel and traffic to talk about as well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm breaking down today. Whether you're headed downtown or out of town, what you need to know to make your travel stress-free.
But first, there's nothing more important than the weather, because a lot of people are trying to figure out if they can put that grill outside. Ben, how we doing?
Yeah, well, I think we're actually done with the rain for today, if you can believe that. It was a deluge earlier this morning, and you can see that frontal system working its way through east central Minnesota and dissipating as it does. Still some lingering showers and storms up across northern Minnesota, up past Duluth. But notice we have clearing south and west of the metro, and I do think we are going to see more sunshine as the day rolls on. We did pick up a quick 0.2 of an inch of rain. Some parts of the state saw over an inch of rain as those thunderstorms moved through earlier this morning. We saw some lightning, heard some thunder, but we did not see any severe weather. And again, I think we're pretty much done with the rain, at least until we get into the tail end of the weekend. We're talking Sunday. That looks like it'll be the wetter day of your holiday weekend. Right now, still lingering cloud cover, and we might see a stray shower mainly east of I-35 this afternoon, but most of that's going to be pushing east and northeast of the Twin Cities. Current temperature just shy of 70 degrees, 68 degrees, dew point up near 60, so it feels a tad on the muggy side. But we have a breezy southwest wind right now, about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So it will be a little gusty early this afternoon. But here's your hour-by-hour forecast that again shows brighter conditions, more sunshine as the day goes on. We're going to reach into the lower 70s today, and that will be a common number this upcoming weekend. Talk more about that Sunday rain in your forecast just ahead. Alexis.
Ben, thank you. And millions of people are hitting the roads right now as the unofficial start of summer gets underway. This is a live look at 35 northbound near Wyoming, where there are certainly plenty of people headed out of the cities, but things are still moving along. Some people are getting out of town. Some are just heading downtown, where a whole lot of fun things are happening this weekend, including tonight's very big playoff game between the Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. And of course, Cece, I know you got a handful of information that the people just need to understand.
Oh, for sure. So much to get to. You know, people are ready to start this long weekend. I know a few viewers told me they're headed down to Texas, others taking on the East Coast, so have fun and be safe if you're going there. If you're headed to the airport this afternoon, expect it to be busy. The TSA says it's screening nearly 3 million people just today. If you're catching a flight at any point today, my advice, get there early. We know that standard for domestic flights is 2 hours early, 3 hours before an international flight. And if you have a flight soon, we've got you covered with MSP security wait times. It looks like in Terminal 1 and in Terminal 2, wait times looking to be about 20 minutes, or Terminal 1 rather, in north and south. Terminal 2, it looks like wait times are anywhere between 25 minutes and 5 minutes, so you may want to use that checkpoint 2 because it has the shorter time. Meanwhile, this year, AAA says nearly 40 million people will be on the roads. The national gas price average is at $3.61. The Biden administration just announced it would release 1 million barrels of gas from a reserve to drive those prices down even further, but it's unlikely to make a big difference this weekend. So when should you leave? Well, you haven't left yet. You'll run into backups until about 7 p.m. The best time is earlier this morning. Worst travel times to be on the road this weekend between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Sunday and Monday. Now, we didn't forget about you if you decided to stay in town this weekend. Roads looking pretty great right now, but the flow could get congested later on tonight with hockey, baseball, and basketball happening around the same time. You may want to avoid parts of 35E and 94 in the St. Paul area, and then in Minneapolis, that 394 area may be up from 35W, and also parts of 94 also could see some backups because of the large volume of people being downtown tonight. Tip off for Game 2 happening in just a few hours. Alexis, I know you have more on that.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be such a fun weekend. Cece, thank you. Hey, tonight's Timberwolves game is not until 7:30, but the celebration in Minneapolis starts well before then. Audrey Russo has the details on the city's big plans.
It's not a bandwagon, it's a party bus. That's how the Timberwolves describes what's going to be happening here at the corner of 1st and 6th, right across from Target Center this afternoon. You can see this parking lot closed today for the Timberwolves block party. It's all in celebration of Game 2 against the Dallas Mavericks. By the time the game tips off at 7:30, the party will have already been going on for 3 hours. It starts at 4 p.m. and the team is hosting pregame entertainment, food truck, drink specials, and when the game starts, there will be a huge TV screen to watch them take on the Mavs. Tickets are free, but you have to download one through the Timberwolves app. Each user can request up to 4 tickets. The team's chief operating officer tells us he was inspired to host this event, knowing that one season's success can create lasting memories.
This isn't a bandwagon, this is a party bus, and we want everybody to be a part of that journey with us. And so this expanded space and expanded party area just creates another gathering space for people to come.
Again, this whole block party event tips off at 4, and the Timberwolves team says that they actually want to make this a regular thing for the rest of the season for every single home game. Now, if you want to go to this party or any of the other watch parties around downtown, again, it's best to get here early tonight. There are 3 parking areas within a block or 2 of 1st and 6th. There's ramp A, ramp B, and the Hawthorne parking area. But of course, you just want to make sure that you're getting there early. Back to you.
Audrey, thank you so much. Hey, here's what comes after tonight's game. The Wolves will head to Dallas for the next 2 games. Those are Sunday at 7 p.m. and Tuesday at 7:30. If there is a game 5, that will be back here next Thursday at 7:30. And of course, we'll follow all of those games both on air and online, starting with live coverage tonight from Target Center. It all starts tonight at 4. Another major story we've been following today. We have new details on a situation out of Lakeville we first brought you as breaking news this morning. We know now police were called to a report of a significant amount of blood in a home on Encina Path. There, they found a body of a woman. Michelle Beck takes us to the scene with more.
All eyes have been on this home in Lakeville since about last night at 11, according to the police chief. But this is just one scene out of 2. The suspect taken into custody in Rosemount. That's just northeast of this home in Lakeville. We know the suspect has since been hospitalized, though it's unclear why. According to the police chief, the death investigation now involving the BCA started with a call for help. The 911 caller finding evidence of some type of assault inside the home. We know the caller was not involved. And at this point, the police chief said he is not ready to share the exact relationship between the person in custody and the victim. And when I asked the police chief whether or not this was a domestic situation, he said, "We do not know that just yet." In Lakeville, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
Michelle, thank you. And right now, members of the Minnesota National Guard are helping in the search for 2 missing canoeists in the Boundary Waters. Within the past 24 hours, the governor signed an executive order that allows the Guard to transport equipment to the area. Last weekend, 4 canoeists went over Curtain Falls inside the BWCA. 2 men who are from the Twin Cities area are still missing. So far, search teams have been using airplanes, drones, and underwater robots to try to locate them.
We're keeping you up to date on a couple of things happening in the metro area right now. Just minutes ago, a press conference started where we're hearing from the victim of a hit and run at a Minneapolis mosque. It's an incident that's being investigated as a bias crime. Take a look at your screen right now. This is a video of the incident in the Al Hikma Islamic Center's parking lot on Wednesday. You can see the minivan speed into the man, who's then sent into the air. He's now out of the hospital, recovering at home this afternoon, and a suspect is in custody. The center says it's not their first encounter with the suspect. We'll have more on what the victim has to say tonight. Well, tomorrow marks 4 years since George Floyd was killed by Minneapolis police. Today, the community is holding a day of remembrance in honor of his life.
Let my body feel the waves of love.
It started just hours ago with an interfaith prayer at the Minneapolis Government Center. The goal is to shine light on what happened and the changes that came from the incident. Minnesota leaders, including Attorney General Keith Ellison, will be speaking today. Our crews are following along with this event, and we'll have more during our evening shows.
And we still have a week left of May, but already experts are anticipating what could be a record-breaking hurricane season. Throughout the past couple of weeks, we've been tracking record rains and a potentially record tornado season. The U.S. has seen more than 800 twisters already this year. Now we're looking at hurricane season. NOAA says that we're seeing the warmest ocean temperatures on record, and that could bring record storms. Preparations are already underway.
We know that just one storm can cause a catastrophic impact, so we must ensure that we are safe and prepared.
Well, NOAA is forecasting between 17 to 25 significant storms. 8 to 13 could become hurricanes. Back at home, we've seen plenty of rain this spring. It's something local farmers are certainly enjoying, especially after last year.
I'm Gordon Severson. I'm here at the Burnsville Farmers Market talking to farmers about what they're seeing so far this growing season, and they tell me it's a complete 180 compared to what we saw last year with some of the hotter temperatures and the drought. They say so far this season they're seeing some cooler temperatures and they're seeing a lot of rain. In fact, the only issue they're seeing right now is there's too much rain at times. For some of the farmers, it's a little difficult to get the crops in for the season, but they'd rather have that than not having any rain at all. They say moving forward into the season, if they could just kind of keep this going, get about 1 inch of rain every week this summer, that is the goal, and that's what they're hoping for throughout the growing season here the next couple of months.